Hello and welcome, my dear students. I am Rohan sir from Mahdi English Medium School. I welcome my all dear third standard little champs once again in science lecture. Again, I have given the heading as it is a preparation of exam. So, I hope that you all are very much serious about your studies, and that at the same time you are even enjoying the lectures, because we are trying to give you the varieties of lectures. Now, as you know, in the previous lecture I gave you the revision test. Also, I got the feedback from whole lot of students, but still I think that it is not 100%. Now, I hope that in this test at least all the students will try to appear for it, so that it is a great opportunity for you all to know how much do you know or how much is left to be prepared. So, before showing you the objectives, I hope that you again are ready with your books and your pencils. So, kindly give the heading revision test. Kindly give the heading revision test. Also, don't fail to write today's date. So, what are we going to do today is revision test of true or false and answer in one word. So, I hope that you have given the heading revision test. Now that you know that previously also I took the revision test of objectives, this time too there are objectives. Two topics I have selected, true or false and answer in one word. Now you know the format. So at last point I have written is check all the answers at the end of the lectures. So write in the way I instruct you for both the sections, so that you will be able to check the answer at the end of the lecture and put the score for the same. Next heading, that is below to the revision, you just give the heading true or false. Leaving one line from the revision test, you can give this heading true or false, because this is the first part of your test. Now, few instructions to give is, first is write the answers in the proper sequence. Now, as this is true or false, don't write the statements or the questions. You just write whether the statement is true or false, and for that, for not getting into any confusion, you have to write the answer number properly in a sequence. That is answer 1, answer 2, answer 3. Even if you don't know the answer, write the number and leave it blank. Don't skip any number, because the answers at the end of the lecture, I'll show you to verify, will be in the proper sequence. Make sure you understand the question. That means unless you don't understand the question, you will not be able to write the answers. Do send it to the follow-up teachers, or even you can send it to your subject teacher. Now I hope that you have given the heading true or false. So let's get started. First statement is different animals have different eating habits. If you agree, write it true. If you disagree, write it false. Different animals have different eating habits. Make sure you write the answer number and then you write the answers. If you feel this statement is true, write it true, or if you feel it is false, write false. So I am not going to give you any kind of hint as I was giving you in the regular lectures, because this is your test. So at the end I'll reveal all the answers. But please be honest and write the answers honestly without looking into any material or any book. Okay, now I'll change the question and I hope that you written the answer whether it's true or false. The next statement is animals such as lion, tiger eat plants. Animals such as lion, tiger eat plants. Please write your answer whether it is true or this statement is false. So do you think lion and tiger eats plants? Then it's true, or if you don't think so, it is false. Do write your answers. Okay, now I think you must have written the answers. Next statement is snakes have chewing teeth. The statement says that snakes have chewing teeth. Kindly write your answer whether it is true or is it false. Do you think that the snakes have chewing teeth? So if you think so, write true. If you don't think so, you can write false. The choice is yours. Make sure you don't ask the answers to anyone and you write this answer on your own. Now that I hope that you have written the answer, let's see what the next statement is. The next statement is a frog has long sticky tongue to catch its prey. A frog has long sticky tongue to catch its prey. Those who have prepared it well, those who know the eating habits of animals, they must be able to answer this. If you feel it is true, you can write true. If you feel it is false, you can write false. True means correct, false means incorrect. I hope that you are writing your answers as soon as you read the question. Let's see what the next statement is. Statement number 5. You should leave your toys and books on the floor after using it. I repeat the statement. You can write your answer. You should leave your toys and books on the floor. So if you feel that this statement is true, if you feel that this is correct, you can write true. If you feel this is incorrect, you can write false. But read the question carefully and try to understand it before you write any answer. You should leave your toys and books on the floor after using it. Please write answer number properly. Again, I would like to repeat the instruction. Even if you don't write the answer, leave it empty because that will be considered as 0 score for it. Let's see what the next statement is if you have written this. Next statement is you should touch electric switches with wet hands. Wet hands means hands which are wet or you have dipped inside the water. So it is opposite of dry hands in short. I cannot give you clues for this. Write your answer whether it is true or is it false. You should touch electric switches with wet hands. Understand the question and then write the answers. Understand the statement. Now I hope that you have written the answer and answer number properly. 7th statement is you should not run up and down the stairs. I repeat the statement. You should not run up and down the stairs. Stairs means the steps or the staircase, the steps which are there to go to the upper floor from where you are in the house. So that is called staircase. So you should not run up and down the stairs means in the staircase you should not run up and down. This is the statement. Now if you feel it is true, write true, or if you feel it is incorrect, you can write false. The choice is yours. Make sure you try to attend all the answers so that you will come to know how much correct you are or how much incorrect you are. Let's see what the next statement is if you have written the answers for this. Next statement is, you should run on the roads. Now this you need to understand this statement and then you have to write your answer. You should run on the roads. Now write your answers according to your knowledge, how you have understood the chapter of safety everywhere. If you have understood it, you will be able to write this properly, that you should run on the roads. Okay, I hope that you have written the answer. The answers are only of one word. Either you have to write true or you have to write false. So let's see what the next statement is. Number 9. Cats and dogs lap up water with tongue. Now you know what is the meaning of lap up, because this is the test. I am not allowed to explain you. That will be cheating. So you have to think on your own. Have you seen these kind of statements anywhere in the textbook or in the lectures? Or do you know the meaning of lap up? Then try to understand this statement. Cats and dogs lap up water with tongue. So write your answers for the same. I'll read it one more time. Cats and dogs lap up water with tongue. Don't write the questions, just write the answer number and answer properly. If you think cats and dogs do that, this statement is true. If you don't think so, then this statement is false. So I hope that you all have written the answers, you have understood the questions. Now let's see what the next statement is. Number 10. I'll read it for you. Lions are omnivorous animal. Lions are omnivorous animal. Now again write your answers as per your knowledge. You should have the knowledge about omnivores, herbivores and carnivores. Only then you will be able to answer this, because each and every type we have understood and I have explained in depth. So I hope that 90% of you will answer this correctly. Lions are omnivorous animal. Is it true or is it false? So I hope that you have written your answers by now, because this statement is very easy for those who have prepared well. For those who are still in confusion, I will suggest you to revise the definitions. Now if you have written the answer for this, give the next heading on the new page, compulsorily on the new page. Both the part of the test should be in the different pages. So you can give the heading answer in one word. Kindly give the heading answer in one word. So instruction is, write the answer with the in the proper sequence. Also understand the question properly while explained. Sometimes if it is necessary here, in some questions I'll explain you the question, but make sure without understanding the question don't write the answers, because then your answer will be incorrect. So I hope that you have given the heading answer in one word. So now let's see what the first question is. The first question is, animals that only eat plants, vegetables and fruits. Animals that only eat plants, vegetables and fruits. You have to write either the name or the type. Now hint I cannot give you for this. Animals that only eat plant, vegetables and fruits. Make sure while you are writing the answers your spelling are correct. We have revised spellings before few lectures, so that is why I asked you to revise the spellings, because your answer we can deduct your marks if your spellings are incorrect. So think about the answer properly. Animals that only eat plants, vegetables and fruits. Okay, I hope that you have written your answers. Let's see what the next question is. Next question is animals that eat flesh of other animals. I repeat the question. Animals that eat flesh of other animals. So which are that animal? Flesh of other animals means skin of other animals, or they kill, they hunt the other animals and they eat them. So kindly write your answers and check the spellings once you have written your answers. What do you think? Which are those animals? Now the same thing here in this part of the test. Even in the worst case, if you leave any answer blank, make sure you have written answer number though, and then you can put the blank. But don't skip any number, because while you are checking the answers, I have written the answers in the sequence of the question numbers. So animals that eat the flesh of other animals. And make sure you do not write on your own. You have learnt whatever I have given you. The next statement is animals that eat plants and the flesh of other animals. Animals that eat plants and flesh of other animals. Also, while you are writing the answer, try to leave one line after each answer, so that if your handwriting are not very good, still if you send it to me or the follow-up teachers, we will be able to read it properly. Animals that eat plants and the flesh of other animals, both the things. So animals eating both the things, plants, fruits and the flesh of other animals, what are they? Who are they? Please write your answers and please check your spellings once you have written the answers, because then you will not get the time. Okay, so I hope that you have written this. Let's see what the next statement is. The method of feeding in which food is first swallowed and later brought back to the mouth for chewing. See students, we have done this revision several times. So now at least I can expect the correct answers for you for the objective part. Try to read the question again and again and then write your answer. The method of feeding in which food is first swallowed, that is gobbled up, and later brought back to the mouth from inside for chewing. Which method is this? Even if you know the answer but you don't know the spellings, then your marks will be deducted. Kindly write your answers properly by giving answer numbers properly. Try not to ask anyone, because that will not help you in the exams. So the method of feeding in which food is first swallowed and later brought back to the mouth for chewing. I have also given you the examples pictures, animations, various things for you to remember it in the previous few lectures. We have done a lot of revision, so I hope that you have written the answer by now. Next question is, the green traffic lights indicates this. Means now you know the traffic lights are of three colors: green, red and yellow. All the three lights have their own uses. So write your answer for this. What do you think is the use of green traffic light? When the green traffic light is there, what does it indicate? What the drivers have to do when they see green traffic light? I hope that you are writing the answers, you are understanding the question, and you are not confused at all because you have revised it a lot of time. So I hope that you have written the answer for this. Let's move on to the next question. Number 6. An underground path to cross the busy roads. An underground path to cross the busy roads. So what is that path called? I'll again repeat, you have to check your spellings once you have written the answer, because each question contains 1 mark. An underground path to cross the busy roads. There are various ways to cross the roads, to cross the busy roads, but this is an underground path. So write your answers wisely, think about it. I hope that many of them have already written it. Write the answer numbers properly. Now the time is up for this question. Now I hope that you all have written all the answers properly. The first part was on the first page, second part should be on the second page. This way I hope that you have written your answers, and also you have not copied it from anywhere. Now good luck for your answers. Let's check the answers. So turn your page, go to the first page again, and now be ready to check your answers in the sequence. Answers for true or false, which you have written on the first page. Here are the answers. Now that is why I have asked you to write the answers in the proper sequence, so that you can check it properly. So the first answer should be true. If you have written like this, I am going to speak along with this. If you have written like this, you can put tick mark, or if your answer is wrong, you can put cross mark. But be loyal, don't rewrite it, don't overwrite it. If you will overwrite this, I will consider this as a copy case. But I have faith in you all that you are going to be loyal. So I'll just read this. Answer 1 should be true. If you have written true, put the right mark, tick mark. If you have not written true, if you have written false in the first answer, put cross mark. Answer 2 should be false. So now here, if you have written true instead of false, you have to put cross, and if you have written false, you have to put correct. Answer number 3 is false. If you have written true, please make it cross, and if you have written false, you can give 1 mark for yourself. So all the 10 answers, 10 marks. Number 4 is true. Please check your answers properly whether you written true or false. If you written false, then this answer is incorrect. If you written true, then you can give 1 mark for this. Then number 5, false. So if you written false, then it is correct, otherwise it is incorrect obviously. Number 6 is false again. Please check your answers properly. If you have written in sequence, also see students, one more thing, if you have left the answer blank, if you have not written true or false anything, then also you have to put 0 marks for that, because then you have not attended the answer. So certainly it will be 0 mark for that. Then number 7, true. Please check it properly. Number 7 is true. Number 8 is false. So if you written false, then only give 1, otherwise 0. Number 9, second last question, will be true. And number 10, last answer should be false. So if you have checked this, give the overall marks here. Out of 10 on that particular page, how much have you got? Make sure you write the marks now and don't strike out, don't overwrite, so that we can understand that you have done it once only and you have not copied. And I also hope at the same time you have got the maximum marks, 10 out of 10 and excellent. So if you have got 10 out of 10, you can write very good. If you have got 9 out of 10, you can write good over there. If you have got 8 or 7, you can write keep it up. So these things you can write. Now moving on to answers of one word answer. Kindly check it in the way it is written. So number 1, herbivores. Check the spellings properly, dear students. Number 1, herbivores. herbivores. If your answer is right but your spelling is incorrect, then you have to give only half marks. Herbivores. Number 2, carnivores. 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 Again the same thing, spelling if you have written incorrect, then half marks, but answer if you have written incorrect. For example, instead of herbivores in the first answer you have written carnivores, then it is totally incorrect, then you have to give 0 mark. So only for the spellings you have to cut half mark. So number 2 is carnivores. Check the spellings please. Number 3 is omnivores. omnivores. Check the spellings, because many students I have seen making mistake in this spelling. Omnivores. Then number 4 is chewing the cud. chewing, chewing the cud. Here also spelling of chewing should be right and spelling of cud should be right. And if you have just written chewing or cud, no, then you have to just give half mark. Chewing the cud, if you have written this full thing, then only you have to give 1 mark. Second last answer, go. If you remember, green light indicates go. There should not be spelling mistake, because now you are in 3rd standard, so you should know the spelling of go. Then the last answer is subway. Here subway. Many of them are writing SUWAY. It should be subway. Check the spellings. So now 6 marks for all these 6 answers. Again you have to put the marks on the same page where you have checked this. If you have got 6 out of 6, then you can write excellent, EXCELLENT, excellent. If you have got 5, you can write good. If you have got 4, you can write keep it up or can improve. Now see, you yourself are checking your papers. I hope that you are honestly checking it, because then you have to send it to either to follow-up teacher or to me, your subject teacher. And I hope that you have checked it, you have corrected your answers. Now lastly, please don't forget to send it to the teachers, and I hope that you have now prepared well for these few objectives which we have revised as a revision test in the previous lecture and in this lecture. Lastly, thanks for watching this video lecture. I hope now you have prepared for these things. Also, make sure that you appear with good preparation in the exam. Goodbye. Take care of yourself and of your family members too.